You know the phrase one last time, or, it's been a couple of days, let me just binge, or, you deserve a break. Let's just have some food and let's enjoy ourselves and let's relax. You know exactly what I'm talking about. As someone's coming from BD for 10 plus years, these thoughts always come in my mind. And I always question, why do I keep getting these thoughts? Like, I know it's bad to binge eat. I know I'm going to feel like shit. There's going to be consequences, of course. But if I just tell myself one last time, I comfort myself and I see that, you know, it's okay if I binge eat, society accepts it. Everyone says, be yourself, have some comfort, do what you like, enjoy yourself, relax. No, bro. No, that's fucked up. And we're not going to be doing that. I remember so many times where I would say that and I would binge eat like crazy. So there's a lot of stories where I would wait until my family goes to sleep and they would close their doors and I would go to the fridge and I would start exploring. And you know what that means? Well, I look at all the savory, all the sweet options that we have in the fridge, and I would take it out, go to my room, lock the door, go in my bed, and this is like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. already, and I would be starting to watch movies and TV shows and just enjoying myself without consciously like really understanding what the fuck why am I doing this? I would just eat calories, 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 and then like, you know, 30 minutes later, I ate 1,000 calories. Another 30 minutes later, another 2,000 calories. So that's additional 3,000 calories I just ate in a short duration, plus all the food that I ate already throughout the day. So now we're talking about like 5,000 calories. And then guess what? I wait a bit. I wait for me to digest, and then I go to the store. I have a store outside that is open 24 hours. So I would just go there and I would just buy Oreos and Nutella and usually more candy. And I would come back to my house and I would binge that. So now we're talking about another extra 1,000 calories. And this all happened just because I said one last time. Or I said, I'm just going to do cardio the next day. I'm just going to burn everything off. So it'll offset, the damage that I've done. No, it will not offset it. Number one, my gut is getting worse from all the processed food that I was eating. My stomach capacity is increasing. And what that means is that I cannot eat adequately anymore. So the next time I want to eat normal, my stomach doesn't see that. And it's going to think we're still in survival mode because of so much calories that we ate in the past. The day before, it'll treat the same way. So if I eat like 6,000 calories, it's expecting 6,000 calories again. But if I eat 2,000 calories, it's going to think I'm in hunger mode and it's going to make my urge to binge eat even higher and higher. And it's fucked up. I never really like understood why this is happening until I figured it out after researching hours of, the brain. And essentially just your lower brain. It's the survival mechanisms that's asking you for pleasure and removing pain. And we treat it as food comfort. So we give it as food to make it happy. And then as a result, it's happy temporarily. And then the next day you feel like shit. And our ability to not be able to critically and logically think is because the lower brain is using so much power because we fed it so much energy that the higher brain of, the critical thinking and logical thoughts, we're not able to use it at that moment. So that's why it feels like you're not even conscious at the moment that you're binge eating. You're not even aware of what you're eating. It's just because your lower brain is making you like so agitated on the present moment without thinking of any consequences that you just completely forget. And then 30 minutes to an hour or after 2 hours, you know what just happened. Your skin hurts, your stomach is full, you feel like shit, you barely can sleep, you're breathing deeply in and out. It's just a horrible experience. So my best advice, right, is to fully ignore it. And of course, it's easy for me to say, it's hard to implement. The best way to do is just to deal with an urge. So the next time you get an urge to binge eat, instead of actually just going to the store waiting for my family to fall asleep, I go to the fridge, take everything out. Instead of that, what I would do is I would just drink Diet Coke, maybe two, maybe a whole liter of it. I would have some gum, I would have some mints, I would have a watermelon because a watermelon is huge. And even if you eat the whole watermelon, you're eating mostly water weight, mostly water, right? And it's like maybe 1,000 to 1,500 calories in total. And it's still way healthier than eating processed food and just different foods mixed together in a short duration. Other than that, I'll have decaf coffee because with decaf coffee, I could still fall asleep. And yeah, the best way to do it is just when an urge comes in, you barely give it any thought, any energy. It's just like a random thought. You get thoughts like, you flying across the sky or some bullshit like that. It's just another thought in your brain. You acknowledge it, it happened, and then you just move away. Or you could set a timer, 5 to 10 minute timer, distract yourself, and then after the timer comes by, instead of you being emotional now, you're a little bit more logical. So you can logically decide if you still want to binge eat. If you still binge eat, that's fine because you made the logical decision, not an emotional one. But if you made an emotional one, then you should improve on that note. Other than that, also like understand what you're feeling at that moment. So like what is your body telling you? Are you shaking? Are you scratching yourself? Like what are the signs? And also like what kind of emotions are you feeling at that moment as well when you want to binge? So those are some things that I've been implementing and it's been working great. Hopefully you can do the same. And if you need, and the most important part is to talk to somebody. So if you want to talk to me for 1 hour for free about your binge eating, I really want to help you out. Just click the link below. And in the description, there's a Calendly link. Just book a call with me. And I really want to help you fix this problem.